How does attachment affect a child? Have you ever wondered why babies cling so tightly to their moms or caregivers? It's not just a natural reflex, there's an entire world of psychology behind it. Today, let's dive into the amazing world of how babies form attachments with their caregivers. To make it easier, we'll explore each stage of development and see how attachment impacts a child's behavior and their life in the long run. Let's get started. There's a common pattern in attachment development. Did you know that how babies develop attachment isn't random at all? In fact, it follows a clear and fascinating pattern. This was discovered by two psychologists, Rudolf Schaefer and Peggy Emerson, through their study of 60 babies over time. They observed these babies in various stages during their first year and even revisited them at 18 months. The results? Attachment doesn't just play a crucial role in early years but has a lasting impact on a child's behavior and relationships in the future. Let's break it down into stages. The pre-attachment stage. From birth to about 3 months old. Babies don't pick favorites just yet. At this stage, their signals, like crying or smiling, naturally draw caregivers closer to them. You could say these are the baby's little tricks to get all the attention they need. Even though babies can't distinguish one person from another, these early interactions are the first steps toward building attachment. The indiscriminate attachment stage. Between 6 weeks and 7 months old, babies start showing a preference for the people who care for them most often. It's like they've realized, hey, this person always takes care of me, I trust them. That said, babies at this stage are still open to receiving care from others. It's almost like they're saying, sure, as long as you're nice to me. The specific attachment stage. Around 7 to 11 months old. This is when babies really choose their person. They form a strong bond with one specific caregiver, usually the one who's around them the most. If they're separated from this person, they may cry or become anxious. And when strangers approach, don't be surprised if they react with fear or hesitation. Sound familiar? This is that classic stage where babies cling tightly to their moms or primary caregivers. It's how they feel secure and build trust. The multiple attachments stage. After about 9 months old, babies start broadening their circle of trust. They begin forming strong emotional bonds not just with their primary caregiver but also with siblings, grandparents, and other familiar people in their lives. This is when babies start learning how to build relationships with multiple people, a skill that will be super important for their social development later on. The long-term impact of early attachment. The first few years of a child's life are critical. If they don't experience secure attachment during this time, the effects can linger well into adulthood. Research shows that children without secure attachment are at higher risk for behavioral issues like oppositional defiant disorder, ODD, conduct disorder, CD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. These challenges are often linked to early experiences of neglect, abuse, or trauma. Even children adopted after the age of 6 months may face difficulties forming attachments. On the flip side, children with secure attachment tend to grow up with higher self-esteem, better academic performance, and stronger social skills. They're also less likely to suffer from depression or anxiety. As you can see, attachment isn't just about the early years, it shapes a child's entire future. Isn't it incredible how we, as caregivers, have the power to lay a strong and secure foundation for a child's life? If you'd like to hear more about this topic, feel free to share your thoughts or questions. See you in the next story.